All right, Flyover State of Film, episode 21, coming in hot, guys. This plane is puttering and puttering off the runway. I got my normal co-host, co-pilots here. We got Brian, Joe, and Youssef. Guys, let's crack the beers and get right into this news. And with that, if anyone says a goddamn word, MGM, hey, you can't use
the black box.
What's that?
It's Youssef.
Oh,
we got like a seltzer water there.
That's some good wine.
I got wine, bitch.
You got
Yeah,
box
box is good wine. That's a good box of wine.
Yeah, that looks like a good box. Not like the cheap Franzia box. When it comes to cheap, I got something to say. MGM, you fuckwads. You can't use the human cheat code. You guys pulled the sneakiest move this past weekend that got the internet aflutter. Everyone was so happy. Everyone was like, oh, maybe I'll give this movie a shot now because a certain person was cast. You don't take...
What are you talking about, TJ?
You don't take Luke Skywalker. You don't take the Joker from Batman animated series. You don't take one of the best voice acting guys and just throw him into this Child's Play remake and expect everyone to just be like, oh, all right, because you know what? That's what fucking happened, and that's what makes me so angry about this right now. That just fucking... You can't do that. You don't take an Aubrey Plaza-driven... whatever this was, and just be like, oh, it's a Child's Play remake, but we're not going to stick base to the thing. We're going to go somewhere different, but then have Andy Barclay and Karen Barclay and the original cast of like all the names. And then also we'll call the doll Chucky. And you know what? And then everyone's like, all right, fuck this movie. Then you throw in Mark Hamill. Guys, I can't stop thinking about this. I'm angry. Everyone's happy about it, but please help. Anyone got any words of advice?
I mean, you're 100% right. It's literally like they took a movie that most people were lukewarm about at best and gave it instant interest. Now it's got one of the biggest an icon in it. Now it's got one of the best voice actors on the planet in it. One of the most recognizable guys. He's hot as he's ever been in 40 years right now. And it's cheating. It's legit cheating. He's going to be great no matter how good the movie is. The movie might suck ass. It doesn't matter because Hamill will kill.
I don't think his voice is going to save it. It's going to come down to the visuals and the filmmaking, and he might have a couple good line delivery and reads, but I bet you any money there's
his performance is what I'm saying. Like I don't think his performance
this is what I think. I think the performance and the lines people like, do you see that? Are going to be the retreads of the original, and that's what you like. Like in Nightmare on Elm Street, like the glove coming out of the water. Yeah. Same shit, right? It's just going to be that's what you're like. Wasn't that cool?
I thought we were friends.
Well, I have a question for you guys. Here's this.
Like, I think it's good casting, and if it makes the movie better, all for it. But at the same time, everyone on this podcast, none of us are on board with the Child's Play remake to begin with. This didn't change anything.
When are you speaking for me?
Casting, but it's also obviously a calculated maneuver.
I'm fucking you know what I mean?
It's like clearly a board was like, we're not getting the heat on Twitter that we want.
This is gonna be the best movie of 2019.
Youssef, were you hyped, or were you excited for this before or after Mark Hamill was attached?
Look, guys, I love you. I love you, all of you. It's not the wine talking. I haven't drank in a month, so it's not the wine. But I could not give a fuck about this movie. Like I know, like
does Mark Hamill spark any more interest? Like, does Mark Hamill move the needle at all for you?
I mean, sure, Audrey Plaza is fine, and Mark Hamill is cool, but like I know that there's passion behind your voices, so I that's why I stay quiet. But it's like, well, it's fine.
Too, it's like, I saw that trailer, and that trailer didn't. That trailer didn't look like shit. It looked like it might be fine. It might be serviceable. Yeah. But I'm mad about the idea of it getting remade, period.
I agree that... I'll give you this. I agree that the magic of Child's Play lives within the animatronics and how 80s movies used to look. That's why it works so well. And
I think
bringing it to the modern world just loses a lot for me. But yeah,
we discussed it on this pod. We discussed this movie a lot, actually, on this podcast.
Yeah, I know.
With the fact that it's the circumstances surrounding the remake of like the original creator not being on board with it, then making a new one, also the original cast, like part of TJ's rant, them not being on board. I think that takes away that takes a lot of the sting in it, where where not so much like I don't care if Child's Play was being remade, but knowing that other stuff and loving the Child's Play franchise doesn't help. Like
no Don Mancini and no Brad Dourif means no Child's Play for me. You know what I mean? Like they wanted to reimagine their own work and do it again, like when when Curse of Chucky came out, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a remake or you know what I mean, or a sequel. And then I saw it, and it turned out to be a totally in canon, in continuity sequel, because the Child's Play fucking series has the best horror continuity of any horror franchise out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Well,
it's not anymore though, because now it's got a stupid remake and a dumb TV show that I don't want.
Well, I'll be honest. The from everything they said of the remake too, the casting actually it's cool, but they're saying like they want it more of like it's being pitched more straight horror. It's a horror. The first one, I have a theory it's maybe a hybrid of like the first two movies.
Yeah,
you know,
be.
but
I can see that.
Casting Mark Hamill as that voice is a little like, I mean, he's a talented voice actor and everything, and he can do whatever he wants. Like, I'm sure go with whatever range, but he's very cartoony of what we've seen and almost all that. So I wonder what voice he does bring, because you'd expect Chucky to be more like like the original Chucky with Brad Dourif, where he's just more of a smart like.
Well, yeah, they do the thing where they have like the doll's child voice, and it's actually the human voice of Charles Lee Ray. But
he'll have two distinct voices for sure.
Yeah, and like it's like one of those things. But
talking about two distinct voices, though, what about the fans that were fine with the site crashing, and the fans that were bitching and moaning on Twitter and Facebook about the Avengers tickets? Let's talk about that.
Everyone. Do you want to give everyone a play-by-play of your morning trying to buy tickets on a crash site?
Yeah.
I'll go first because my site didn't crash because I didn't use AMC or Fandango. I just went straight up through Cinemark and got at my local theater. No problem. First try.
I mean, my site crashed, and I would check every hour or so, and if it wasn't there, I would just check in later. It had 20,000 showings.
Yeah.
Like it had one every fucking 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That was mine too.
It was crazy. It had 2 or 3 IMAXs, 2 or 3 like 3Ds, and then literally like every 15 minutes or a half hour there's another one.
So there's 2 theaters I could go to. I had a screen first thing in the morning. It was get to it, and then my fiance goes, "Oh wait, but that's not the one where we could select our seats." So like shit, I close out of it, right? And this was like minutes before the crash. And I'm like, can't get back onto it. Driving to work, coworker tells me, "Yeah, you can select your seats at that theater." I'm like, fuck. So I keep checking that theater. It's down all day, and they have different type of screenings in that. It's a big complex, so they have different. It's only one that has that. So she was right. And then when I finally get on, I actually went through Fandango because they put you in a wait room.
Yeah.
And then I had to change my time in that wait room when I got to the actual theater from start at 9. The only seats available were the first row, absolutely not. Then 8, first row, absolutely not. I finally settled at 7:15.
TJ, you wanted a play-by-play, so
this guy's literally telling us what rows as he cycled through.
Anyway, I got him.
Well, this one was a little close, and I like this one, but it was a little far out on the end. I didn't like that as much.
There, I got him at 3. I got him at like 3:30.
Well, I mean, so now with going that, I know you said doesn't watch the trailers or not, but did anyone watch that special like spot for it?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't want to see that. That's too much. That's already more. I've already seen.
What do you mean I don't watch Slayer? Have you not seen my trailer breakdowns?
Yeah,
I read them. I haven't seen them.
Oh,
maybe coming soon in the next year in Flyover State of Film YouTube channel. But other than that, speaking of that, superhero movies, guys, we got 2 things to talk about real fast before we jump into our topics. You have now Joe won't talk about this. We don't do TV too much, but they just released their going like 120 miles per hour on their Joker rendition in Gotham, and then also we got.
It's only in the finale. Like this is the finale. The show's about to end. I think they're going to reveal Batman too. I think we're going to have that little kid is going to be Batman. Which what is he like? 16-year-old Batman now?
Yeah. Are they going to show his?
But the Joker, like, I've only ever seen set photos from this shit or promo photos. And wasn't the Joker, like, also 16, like, a year ago?
Yeah.
No one needs to fill me in on Gotham. I do not want to hear about
this
Gotham.
Joker looks old and shit.
Are they going to show Batman's... Are they going to show Batman's balls dropping? That would be awesome.
He's going to have
he coughs once and then it's just... What
he had to leave
want
boner room in his codpiece in case he got like a stiffy in his during the fights.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk about this is just that makeup wouldn't even pass on the show Face Off.
No,
like, it's just so bad.
Like if you wore that to like your local fucking costume contest at a bar,
yeah, that's rejected.
You wouldn't win because like you don't look enough like the Joker. You know, people would be like, "Well, I get what you're doing with the coat and the gloves, but what the fuck is going on with your face, man?"
I gotta honestly,
it's just like caked on latex.
I gotta say, I'm with Yusuf on this one. I kind of like it because they're just like, "Fuck it, this is done. We're just gonna go all in." They even have a batarang go through his hand in the trailer. The little sneak peek.
I didn't watch the trailer. I saw the poster.
Everything I've ever seen from this show is like appallingly bad. Like I don't like most of the superhero shows. Like the CW ones is like I can't get into the corny melodrama and stuff, so I can never watch them. Even if I like the superhero stuff, I just can't. But like everything I've ever seen of Gotham is like a step beyond even that. They just, first of all, the whole premise of the show is totally fucked from like straight off from the get-go. So you already have a broken like world that you're working with, and then just everything I've ever seen from it is so awful.
Well, speaking of broken worlds, I was gonna say, let's go right into Joaquin Phoenix's then, real fast. You guys excited for this trailer at all?
No.
It'd be interesting. I think it's gonna be real mellow. I think you're gonna see some dumb shit. I still stand by.
You know what I'm tired of? The clickbait headlines that Joaquin Phoenix trailer dropped and it's fucking insane. No, it won't be. It will be just images of the movie. Yeah. It comes out in October. Relax.
Yeah, it'll be there'll be a slowed down pop song. There'll be some moody shots. There'll be some quick violence.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the Joker decapitating somebody on screen and staring at you like Right. It's not gonna be like. Come on, calm down.
This is rated R too, right? Or
it's gonna be. It's gonna be metal.
Yeah, they released the ratings yet, but I'm sure they will with the.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll have a great scene like Logan where that girl pulled her boobs out for no reason. That literally was like, we have an R rating, so we got to squeeze some boobs into this movie.
Hey, it's always welcome.
Well, speaking of boobs, Joe, lead us off with the first topic, bud.
TJ called me a boob.
Ooh, movies I'd love to watch but never watched again. And I'm a boob.
Yeah, well,
no, so I was thinking of what are some films you've seen, you're like, I love them, but you're never going to give it time of day again.
I'll tell you, one I just saw was Dumbo. That was a like fine movie.
Elmo?
No, I mean Love.
Oh, okay. City of God is a really great movie that's like a tough watch.
Brian.
I bought it. I have it. It's in my collection. I don't think I've ever I think I saw it. I was like, this is good. I'll purchase this. And then I don't think I've ever like pulled it off the shelf to watch it again.
Oh, I own several of these movies.
Yeah. Coming soon to a DVD bunker near you.
That'd be a good DVD bunker.
Somebody light a fire under me, I guess.
What about the City of God? What about you, TJ?
Oh, I got three. Two of them are by the same writer, not by the same writer, same director, but Harmony Korine's Bullying Kids. Super, like, they didn't direct them. I think Gary Clark directed them, but he wrote them both. But they're like super real, like hyper realistic.
I've seen Kids a couple times. I've never seen Bully though.
Bully has like Michael Pitt and some of the same actors from Kids in it, but it's about kids taking acid and plotting to kill one of their friends who's actually like the bully, and like it's amazing film writing and shots, but it's just like so it cuts you right to the core that you're like, I can't watch that ever again. Kind of like City of God and stuff like that. And then my other one is Hardball because fuck that movie, man.
I love that movie. I've seen that movie.
Is that a Keanu movie?
Yeah, man. Fuck that movie, dude.
Yeah, G Baby Forever.
Dude, seriously, I can't watch
sad?
that again.
Is it got like sad shit in it, or
Such a sad?
It's white savior baseball movie.
Dangerous Minds baseball.
Literally, it has Diane Lane in it.
What it is.
It's so good.
I've never seen this movie.
Hardball. Oh, it's just
no.
TJ. Gnome.
All
right.
What you got, Yusuf?
I got Alejandro Iñárritu's 2010's Beautiful. This fucking movie is amazing, and I'll never want to watch it again. Like, it's about a father that is trying to raise his two kids, and he's depending on a life of crime, and then he gets diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he's dying. So every other scene, he's like pissing blood, and he's like slowly deteriorating, and he's trying to find somebody to take care of his kids. But at the same time, he kind of like sees he can speak to the dead if they haven't been moved. So there's multiple scenes of him going to a home where a family member has recently passed, and the family's just like destroyed, but they want to have like that last moment of peace. So they bring him in, and he touches the dead ones, and he kind of like the dead one says, like, I forgive you for the things that you did, and the family just breaks. And like the entire fucking movie is just so hard to watch. At the same time, Javier Bardem acts his ass off in that movie.
I fucking love him.
And
is that a spiritual sequel to Sixth Sense?
Yeah, it seems so. And by the end, like you're just as, and it's like 2.5 fucking hours of just depressive fucking things. And by the end, when he like let's go of life, you're like, let it go of the movie at the same time. You're like, all right, goodbye movie, thank you, I'll never fucking see you again. But it was beautiful. It was great. But no thank you.
Sounds beautiful. I'm just gonna write all 4 because I wrote them down.
Damn.
3 of which I own. I think the Witch is one for me. Loved it.
That's a pretty good one.
I would see it again.
No, I loved it.
Yeah, I love The Witch. I'll probably watch The Witch
guess,
like every year from now on.
Okay.
Halloween
yeah, fuck you, Joe.
That maybe be like
no, I mean, that's fine. I get it though. It's a slow burn, and once you've seen it, you can kind of like, you don't have to re-experience it, so I can understand.
Same with like the Babadook. Absolutely loved it. I have the Blu-ray. I thought I'd want to watch it again, but I don't.
So Northern Jersey.
And then
the Babadook.
And then the 2 that first came to mind when I thought of this topic is Midnight Special. Loved Midnight Special. It was probably my top 5 favorite movie of the year it came out.
What?
Mike Nichols, Michael Shannon. I loved it. I just haven't had a desire to rewatch it.
Yeah, I like the.
Oh, that's great too. Take Shelter.
Yeah,
Take Shelter. I like
I've
that
rewatched that a few times. There's a lot going on in that.
Wait, why won't you watch Midnight Special again?
Oh, no reason. I just haven't felt the need to. Like, I saw it and I was enamored by it, and I own it, but I haven't watched.
The movies you talked about.
You're a young man. You'll reach your DVD bunker phase. Some going back to these things.
They have like so much you can like reach out of them.
And then Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Once again,
so that's a good one. That's my first 2 rewatch. I've seen it once. I own it, but I have not gotten back to it. But I would like to.
It's so well shot and acted, but it's so slow paced and so long.
It's
I have a commitment that I thought was going to be low hanging fruit, so I didn't bother to mention. But Requiem for a Dream, I think, is one.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
That's tough to go back to. It's got some amazing performances in, and then a movie by a writer-director Todd Solondz called Happiness. If anybody's ever seen it, it's a quote-unquote dark comedy, but it's pretty fucked up. There's some pretty twisted shit going on in it. Not the least of which is a grown man who is a pedophile struggling with wanting to kill his son. So
Yeah, that's supposedly very good movie. I've always wanted to see it.
It is. It's a good movie, but again, it's one of those ones like, okay, I'm good now. I saw it. I've experienced that, and I'm good.
Yeah, similar vein. Boy in the Striped Pajamas. I wouldn't see that movie again.
Watch.
Because a fucking kid dies, and it's just that's like the easiest way to just make you cry, like killing a kid. And you're like, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see a kid die, and I don't want to see the Holocaust again. So
you actually have a kid, and you can really like start to relate to that. Like I used to be able to kind of brush that kind of stuff off, like, it's a movie, it's fine, Then when you have one, you can really put yourself in that moment of like, that just happened to me.
I was gonna say real quick, everyone, since we're getting to the end of this topic, everyone just spit off one title that you suggest everyone should watch for the first time if they haven't yet, and then we'll just move on. Brian, you go first.
Ooh, like a first time watch, just
first
anything.
Somebody else, yeah.
Of into this campaign, right?
In this topic, like something like you might watch one time and maybe not feel like going back to.
Yeah. Suggest someone
one that again, I'm gonna even a new one that we haven't talked about. One that I love. I think it's an amazing movie, but it's almost a little too sad for me to do. Is The Green Mile with Michael Clark Duncan and Tom Hanks. Not only is it sad, the movie itself is very sad, but it's sad now that Michael Clark Duncan has passed because like that's such an amazing performance by him, and it was like such a big breakout. I get really kind of like bummed out, that like he died. So, but it's an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, Frank Darabont, who did Shawshank, and obviously another Stephen King collaboration. So check that out.
What you got, Joe?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Magnolia. I think Magnolia is a interesting first time watch. It's a unique film. It's long. That also, I think, plays a factor with every one of these movies that you're like, loved it. Never again. That or Curious Case of Benjamin Button. But that's not one. That's one I've watched several times. Yeah.
What do you got?
Those
me?
Yes. The other Yusuf.
I've hashtag why I love movies. I usually do a lot of classics. A classic that I saw recently that I know I will see again, but it's a fucking masterpiece. It's a Badlands. Terry Gilliam's. No, wait. Am I saying his name? Terrence Malick. Fuck. Terrence Malick's literally first movie. It's about two teenagers just fucking killing people through America.
Who's in that? Is that Harvey? Is Harvey Keitel in that?
No, it's Martin Sheen and Cece Spacek.
Martin.
Yeah, man, it's super well done, super beautiful. You see like the birth of Terrence Malick. Like he's now super. Like, look at this leaf. It's so beautiful. Like you can see
he's really going up his own ass.
Yeah, like you can see like where it came from. Like there's a lot of scenes in there, but it's not super indulgent. So, but it's super slow paced. But the acting and the story is very good. But I don't think I'll ever see that movie again. So watch it.
Yeah, mine's pretty easy. A lot of people watch this for the first time and then never watch it again, but secretly deep down they love it. It's Howard the Duck. Moving on. All right, move on. Hit us with your subject, bud.
At least he didn't say Gnome, Gnorm.
Yeah, that should have been
Jesus. Gnot.
We've never seen that movie though. So I want to give props to Collider for tweeting out this picture that inspired a better topic than what shitty topic that they had. Is that they wanted you to assemble a team to fight Thanos. Who the fuck wants to go fight the Mad Titan? You can have the best team in the world. You're still going to be the one that dies. You're going to be Coulson at best. You're going to be the one in the corner dead with a bunch of playing cards that nobody cares about. And then the Avengers are going to save the day. So I wanted to assemble a team to do something that we all can do, and that is go and eat cheap food at Applebees, and especially get our drink on. So I asked the guys. We're doing everything now. We're going. Yeah, we're indulging. We have unlimited. So we have a $15 budget. TJ, hopefully you can put up the picture here, but for the audio people, the tiers are $5 for Captain America, Iron Man, Marvel, Thor, Hulk, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. The $3 tier, we have Ant-Man, Valkyrie, War Machine, Nebula, Hawkeye, Mantis, Loki, Gamora, Nick Fury, and Wasp. And finally, for the $1 tier, Falcon, Star-Lord, Drax, Shuri, Winter Soldier, Okoye, Black Widow, Rocket, Pepper Pop, and Happy. Since I already talked like for 20 minutes in a row, let's start with the other guys and circle back to me. TJ, who you got for your Applebee's team?
Oh, okay. This is pretty simple for me. I had $15, so I didn't spend all of it because I like to pocket some of that. So I went with I'll go with my high tier first. I went with I spent $5 on Iron Man strictly because he's not going to show up. He's got other things to do. He's got all this other stuff going on, but what he will do is he'll call ahead because he's not showing up, and I invited him, and we're also close friends. We're really tight. I look like Thor. He thinks I look like Thor. We've talked about it before.
He's drinking again.
He will at least take the bill. All that will be on Iron Man. By the time I call for that bill, it'll be like, Tony already took care of it, da-da-da. With that being said, $5 spent on Iron Man just for that simple fact. The next tier, I went Valkyrie. As you guys know, I like to drink. And I feel like I needed some competition because you guys aren't. We'll learn in Pittsburgh. So I need someone that's going to go toe-to-toe with the man, the myth, legend, the TJ Dex, and I want to go toe-to-toe with her. She might put me on her table. She probably will. She might put me through a table, but I'm also kind of with that at the same time. Then my low tier, Rocket Raccoon and Black Widow. I'm in with Rocket because I always want to bring an animal into a restaurant and then use it as one of those what are those animals people are allowed to bring on planes? Guys, help me out real fast.
Support.
Yes. He won't know that I'm calling him that because he'll probably kick my ass if he did. But if the waitress comes by, I was like, why do you have this dog cat thing in here? And I'd be like, well, that's my raccoon.
So you're admitting you're weak.
Well, no, he's a cyborg raccoon, Joe. All right. Come see me in the streets, bro. Other than Black Widow. Yeah, Black Widow for the simple fact is after a couple drinks with me and Valkyrie.
You gotta make it weird.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna get weird at all. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Just,
they're gonna be taller than you, TJ.
And we're gonna get lots and lots of jalapeno poppers.
Ooh, yeah. Joe, who do you got? Who you're taking to Applebee's, to the bees,
Oh, with that $5 left over, I'm gonna tip the waitress.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Fucking ass.
You only tip $5?
Tony Stark.
So do we have an unlimited budget? You said beforehand.
You have a $15 budget to get your team. You can eat whatever you want at Applebee's.
But Applebee's, I'm not worrying about the bill.
No, you're good.
So you don't have to worry about Hulk eating out of house and home.
No, just have fun, man.
Then the
world is ending.
I'm taking. I want to bring Thor.
Right here.
I want to bring Spider-Man to DD us all because he's a child. That's $10 right there. But Thor is going to be a blast. Spider-Man will be fun, but he'll drive us home. We'll get home safe. My $3 tier, I want Ant-Man. You're going to get some laughs. It's going to be hysterical. A ton of fun. Then, to round it out, Falcon and Shuri. Falcon, also a good time, would bring some drinking competition. Shuri would bring the laughs. I think that would be a great table to have a lot of fun with.
Isn't Shuri 16 years old? So you're inviting another kid? You're inviting two kids?
Hey, so Spider-Man has somebody to talk to.
She's 16.
He's hooking him up with Spider-Man.
She's from Africa. It's fine.
Whoa. All right, TJ, cut this part out. I'm going to clap so you can cut.
Brian,
what's your team?
I meant
what, Brian?
Drinking.
Brian, what's your team?
I think I just wanted to put together. First of all, I didn't take any $5 tiers. I think these lists are broken on their because they don't base on like interestingness of the character or like power set or whatever. The $5 characters are always just the most popular with fans.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that. I'm not bringing any $5. I'm not bringing any $5 characters with me.
I thought you were talking about our list. I was like, Jesus, man.
No. No, I'm not attacking your list. You're fine. I'm saying in general, these lists that as Collider makes them, they give these high dollar values to these characters, but like they do it based on just fan love, and it's stupid.
Okay,
I don't like it.
I am sorry. I'm sorry that she is 16.
TJ,
I did not know that.
Brian.
Yes. Yes, so I'll invite Shuri to come and sit on my lap as we order. Wait, is that not what we're talking about?
Clap again, Yusuf.
Anyway, wait. Okay. So Shuri's not on my list anymore.
Well, I was making the list, and I'm like, wow, did we have fun?
Check it twice.
I'm just gonna ride this into the Orlando Jones's ground.
Brian, who the fuck is your team?
I like the TJ thing. I'm just gonna invite the people who I think will be the most fun, and then any money I have left over, I'll use to tip the waitress. So I'm bringing Ant-Man. I'm bringing Valkyrie. I'm also bringing Wong. I think Wong is underrated, and that dude, like, he never got his sandwich. In Infinity War, we saw him. He wanted his sandwich. He never got his sandwich. So I want that to happen. I definitely want to bring Rocket. Definitely want to bring Star-Lord. Probably bring Drax too. He's good on laughs, but they're all 1 point. It's pretty cheap. I think I'm only up to like $12 right now. So I think I'll just save the other 3. And yeah, like I said, I'll tip the waitress on the way out.
That's right.
Wow, you're even cheaper.
Everybody else seems like a fucking bummer. Like I can't think of anybody on these lists that I want to fucking have a meal with. I'm looking.
I build my team around 3 aspects. So a person that I want to have a drink with, and that is Thor and Valkyrie. I feel like those 2 will be a great fucking drink. And Happy. Those three actually. I got Happy. I got Happy.
Long pick a lot.
I got Happy. And then I want 3 people that are funny, like super funny. So I got Ant-Man, Star-Lord, and Drax. Drax is funny because he doesn't get what the fuck is happening. So I think like Ant-Man is just he's gonna be bouncing. I think Paul Rudd is just gonna be bouncing jokes off him. And finally, I want a dark story to to mellow out the full effect. Somebody has to bring out. Everybody's drunk, and somebody always busts out a story that nobody comes expecting it, and that's Black Widow. I want her to tell us a story about a fucked up mission that she had.
In Budapest, I bet.
A fucking fucked up mission in Budapest about not having kids, and how she caught a guy named Joe trying to seduce a 16-year-old in Africa. It would be amazing. It would be awesome. Everybody's going to be drinking. That's my team. And fucking Applebees is going to kill it. So with that, Brian, you have another topic. This is a segue.
Yes, this is a topic. This is a topic that I came up with. I want everybody to know that I thought long and hard about this.
And
I came up with this on my own with no assistance. So I don't want to make that very clear. So everybody, all the kids these days are familiar with Being John Malkovich, right? That movie that came out in the early 2000s. Kids love Being John Malkovich. But if you're not familiar, it's a hit movie, but it is about 20 years old. So, but if you're not familiar with the premise, basically a guy finds a doorway that leads him into the mind of John Malkovich, and he's able to kind of take over the life and control John Malkovich and live vicariously through him. So we thought, what would be an actor or actress? We are sticking to actors or actresses. We're not taking this into the real world, right?
Actors and actresses.
Okay, I was gonna say no political figures. No. Sex criminals like Joe would probably want to inhabit. So let's just keep it clean, boys.
Fuck off.
Joe, since I'm sorry about that. That was not fair. Why don't you tell us your real pick of Harvey Weinstein?
Maybe that Mets hat was for
Quentin Tarantino. No, I'm kidding. No. Well, I just want to get in the eyes of a real worker, a real true person who's day in and day out acting great roles. That's Margot Martindale.
Please.
Oh,
please.
Dewey's mom? Dewey Cox's mom?
Dewey Cox's mom.
I just want you to know
she's in everything.
Your music's killing people, Dewey.
just the Steven Tobolewsky of female actors.
Oh,
She's got a great role on BoJack. I love her on BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, she plays herself. I don't know. I thought this pick would be humorous, but also interesting. Her staying alive, being a character actor, very well respected.
I thought you were gonna pick Letita Wright.
For those at home,
isn't that the actress you want most get in?
I fucking hate you guys. No, it actually
TJ, who did you pick?
You may continue, Joe. Are you?
Edit here.
I'm done. I'm done.
So I was going through my list, and I was like, man, who don't I like? But I give a lot to Tom Cruise. And I was like, oh, what's the obvious answer? Leo DiCaprio. But I went with 2005, the guy who breakout star in 2005. I went Nelly from The Longest Yard.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, that's the actor's brain I would like to get into for that entire year.
You want to double up? See, you're cheating. You want to get that rapper life going.
Man. Do you understand the work for Nelly?
You're working the system.
Yeah, Nelly's coming off of one of his biggest hits.
I want to be Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah,
and I want to be Shaquille O'Neal.
That's just you already picked Letitia right.
I want to be the actor Shaquille O'Neal.
So I'm going with Nelly. This guy came out of nowhere. He ran around as Earl Megget with no shoes. I want to be in that. I want to be in a room with Nelly and Adam Sandler and Bill Goldberg and all those guys in that movie. Tracy Morgan. I mean, yeah. That's my pick. It's easy for that one.
I actually T actually mentioned it. It took me a while to think about it because I didn't want to be a creep and I didn't want to go with the jokey answer. But then I went with a jokey answer and it was Tom Cruise. But the reason I want Tom Cruise is because it would be like a roller coaster, but a safe roller coaster. So I could get to experience all those crazy stunts and that fear of death, but it's not my body. But also I can finally get into the deep layers of Scientology and know what the fuck is going on there. And also maybe I'll find out what the fuck happened to Shelley Miscavige, the wife of David Miscavige, and where the fuck he is.
Is Scientology still a thing?
Where is Shelley? I want to know.
The thing, there's tons of a lot of the celebrities you like and you think are smart are Scientologists.
Yeah,
Elizabeth Moss. Huge Scientologist.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my pick. It would be fun to do all those stunts.
Guys, welcome to Scientology Talk. We're gonna go clear. We're gonna get into this shit.
Finally, test my feet, you guys.
That's why Joe was confessing his darkest sins. So Brian, hit it.
Okay, yeah, I remember what the question was now. So here's what I wanted. I was thinking there was my choice was between two pretentious douchebags, either Joaquin Phoenix or Jared Leto, and I couldn't decide which one, but basically it's the same reasoning for both of them. I want to get in there and find out if they actually buy into their own bullshit or if they know that they're a fraud. I think I want to get in on the inside and find out the inner workings.
I challenge your thing. Would you not find that out? Because
you don't really read their thoughts. You just control them. You just puppet them, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I would do Jared Leto still, and I would go to apologize to everyone I said a fucking condom to.
Okay, that's better. I was saying, unless someone comes up to you in your Jared Leto and goes, "Dude, we got him."
Yeah, everybody thinks you're in. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't think about that aspect. Yeah, you're more just puppeting. So yeah, I think I'll just take Jared Leto and I'll make him do penance for being such a fuckface.
That was awesome.
And he'll go around and I'll apologize.
I love how Brian set up the movie as if these young people don't know shit, and he doesn't know shit about the movie either. So
to be fair, it's a movie I saw once and never watched again. What? Circle back.
It's a movie I saw once and wished I will never ever watch again.
You know what happened to me in 4th grade?
Well, it's crazy that you mentioned that, Joe. I picked a movie last episode, guys, and I actually want to share something with everyone here that's watching or listening. Some text messages I have from Yusef, Brian, and Joe. These are differently from each other. We'll start with Yusef. Yusef said, TJ, ... I can't believe you had me watch this movie. I watch a lot of good movies in my day. A lot of movies. About 400 a year. But this movie is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. But because this movie is so good, and last movie we watched so good, I feel like we should probably rip on it. That was Yusef. Joe. TJ, ...
Fuck you.
Fucking A, bro. This movie is one of the best fucking blockbusters I've ever seen in my fucking life. Bro, seriously. We should probably get a drink and watch this again sometimes. But unfortunately, Yusef says you should probably rip on this. That's Joe.
Oh, I'm controlling this film?
Brian. Yo, fuckface. I can't believe I watched this fucking movie with my wife. She fucking loves it. I love it. My son wants to be Gnorm for Halloween. Thank you. P.S. We're done. P.S. Yusef's going to rip on this, but I'm going to help you out. Love, Brian. So basically, it was kind of unanimous to me. We've watched this movie. Everybody loved it. So we're not going to talk about it. So everyone has a good night. I hope you enjoyed the episode of Flyover.
You don't get off that easy. You stole hours of my life, TJ. I don't know what you think this podcast is. I don't know what you think. It doesn't have to be a penance. I feel like I was self-flagellating while I watched this movie.
So basically, I made the guys watch a gnome named Gnorm, also known as Upworld. It was filmed in 1988, released in 1990, on limited release. I saw this when I was a kid.
Stan Winston directed this.
Stan Winston.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, creature.
Yeah, he had already made the classic that is Pumpkinhead
guys,
when he
just
shat this out.
What? The creature in this movie
looks like
horrible.
So let me give you a quick little premise for these guys dive into it. Basically, a gnome named Gnorm is coming up from his world and underground with a lumen, a jewel that recharges his world.
Lumen.
He runs into a cop played by Anthony Michael Hall, who is doing a special heist.
A 17-year-old police officer with an
undercover heist, and hijinks ensue. So, guys, what did you think of this movie?
Can I jump in real quick
please.
before everybody when I was growing up, I was very confused as to how Anthony Michael Hall went from Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Pretty in Pink to nothing, and now I know why. You can't guys can continue.
This is his transition piece before Edward Scissorhands. He was he wasn't a man in this movie, but by the time he's in Edward Scissorhands, he looks like fucking Biff from Back in the Future.
But nobody gave him work, and they were like, "Have you seen Gnorm?"
Guys, he was so.
No, and the answer was resoundingly no, because no one fucking saw that.
He was so bad in this.
He wasn't.
Movie.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was horrible.
If he had this was his first or second role, he'd never work again. He would not be riding that John Hughes car.
Riding a wave of goodwill since his teen years into this one.
This
was the breaker, though. The wave broke on this bad boy.
He's a cop.
I hate it.
Go ahead.
I hate it also how this movie fucking opened with starring Anthony Michael Hall and a gnome and Gnorm the gnome.
Introducing Gnorm as himself. Fuck you. Fuck you, little puppet.
This movie.
Jim Henson reject piece of shit puppet. Stan Winston is the master, the king. He made all your favorite shit. This thing, when its mouth moves, it pulls its eyes down. What the hell?
Man, she got nice tatas.
Well, did you guys know? Fun fact: 16 different people played Gnorm.
I believe.
Oh, you mean?
And they all killed themselves after they played.
They have the same puppeteering style as those videos you see where a dog puts its head through a sweatshirt, and then the human puts his hands in and like feeds the dog things. That was the puppeteering style of Gnorm. Like he was just like his hands were just like groping at things all the time.
Now,
So bad.
I was gonna say we'll go by.
It was so.
I gotta start with Yusuf. Since we're talking such great things about this movie, Yusuf, what's your favorite and least favorite thing about this movie?
Oh, my favorite thing is how Anthony Michael. Can we just call him Ma? I'm gonna call him Ma, even though that's not the order of the. I'm gonna call him Ma. I love how Ma is a cop that doesn't like guns. Is very fashion focused. Yes. He likes to play with Mr. Potato Head, and he's clearly has a passion for cocaine. But he's like fully channeling Steve Martin in SNL. Like, we're just a wild and crazy guy.
He does some fucking voices in this movie that are like. I mean, they're not racist like the ones in Weird Science, but they're just bad. They're just very bad.
I mean, I think it's comedic genius, but...
And the other thing I love is the guy that has a face that looks like a mask. Like the guy
that's what I want to ask.
Robert Zadar, the guy who's the villain is named after the dude who's playing the villain's henchman. The guy with the giant chin, that guy's name's Robert Zadar.
I thought he was... Dick Tracy prosthetics.
Yeah, that was amazing.
No, he legit looks like that, but it threw me off because I know that guy and they kept saying Zadar and talking about Zadar, and I was like, "That's Zadar. What do you mean?" I didn't get.
Think about this way: the lead detective that everyone knows from Law and Order SVU, whatever it is, whatever.
You didn't ask me. That's my favorite part of the movie is Jerry fucking Orbach.
Yeah, well, his name is Stan Walton. Stan Winston.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't really trying with anything. Someone submitted a first draft and they said, "We'll make that."
Hey, Jerry Orbach's my favorite part. Let me tell you what my
this was a tax write-off. You said this got a limited release. This was a tax write-off.
I think they had the puppet and they were like, "What are we gonna? We spent a lot of money on this puppet. What are we gonna do?"
They used 3 sets.
And they spent, I guarantee, the whole production of the movie cost about a third of what the fucking puppet head of Gnorm costs.
Dude, they used like 3 or 4 sets. They used the park, his apartment, and the police station.
Question.
Yeah, and they they'll use the rooftop of the police station, or
Yusuf, go.
At the end of the movie when they were back at the park,
your name's like, wait, Yusuf, Joe.
Yeah, but it starts with the J.
Did they do a dick for the puppet?
Did you? Okay, so as we're watching this,
where that nurse sees, or the female partner sees his dick, and I thought she kind of reacted like it was big.
Oh, he's definitely hanging dong, and also you could see his ball sack from the back and a shaft. When you guys rewatch this again, did you guys like it?
You know what's fucked up? I used 2 lunch breaks for this bullshit movie, and I had to endure commercials. The fucking app that we used to watch, like the only app so low that would dare to fucking stream this movie, has shitty commercials as well. So I felt my soul draining from my body. I felt like I was dying along with this fucking movie.
This movie was never released on DVD. It was definitely one of those movies where you pass by in Blockbuster when you're a kid and just look at the thing and be like, "Oh, I know that guy from a movie. Oh, cool."
No, Blockbuster didn't carry this.
Your Blockbuster should have. Your
Hallmark Video carried it.
I love a good like I thought going into this I was gonna get fucking Wicket the Ewok or what's his name from Labyrinth, the troll, the little guy, a dude, a little person. With a mask that had cool prosthetics, that had cool animatronics. What I got was a head on a stick and 2 hands. Literally, the last shot of the movie, when he's looking out of the hole, it's so obvious that it's just the head, like poking up out of the hole.
Wait.
And then they freeze frame on that bizarre look on his face.
Can we talk about the? I know we're jumping all around, and I really want to talk about the opening. Like, it took me like 40 fucking minutes to understand what the fuck was happening in the movie. Like, I didn't understand the mission of the cops. I didn't understand the mission of Gnorm. I didn't understand nothing. Like, how he became a cop. How
You're
like
talking about his lumen.
there was
You only
nothing I
said it
understood.
about a fucking million times.
I think it's
lumen.
self-explanatory.
But can we talk about literally the last line of the entire fucking movie is make her toes curl. That's how.
Oh my god!
That's the last
fucking
line.
sexual comments from Norm.
Oh,
And
he
what
has
would
no
make her
language.
toes curve.
He has no language. Bobos, pukas, shaba, lumen.
What Shaba?
Pronounces
Is
the
that-
G
Shaba's
in
basically a
Gnome.
shithead.
No.
How
No.
is Ma?
He fucking the girl gives her the lady cop gives her a fucking kiss on the cheek, and he goes for a full on makeout, and we're like,
He grabs her ass in another scene. Wait.
He's a predator.
Can I ask-
He's a sexual
Wait, let me
predator.
ask, did you guys think that they were leading to a romance between the two cops all the way through? Because I thought at the beginning of the movie, even though I looked up their ages and there's only about 3 years difference, I thought they played her like she was about 40 and she was more like a mother figure to him. And then at the end when they started making out, I was like, okay, this shit is fucked up.
You know why she looks so old? Because she has to deal with sexual harassment every 5 minutes in that fucking department. Everybody is just sexually harassing her to the point that Ma calls her and she's like, "Oh no, not another bully call. I have to sleep. Please let me sleep. This is the only time. This is the only time somebody's not sexually harassing me."
Probably into it because he loved Reese Witherspoon in Election. So
Can I ask a question? Like, Ma is constantly like referring to the puppet like he's so little, he's so tiny, he's like a kid size. Has he never seen a kid before? Like he's not that little. Like
what about the inconsistencies? I get that he's small, but like they're constantly making it seem like he's like kind of weak and pathetic. But then he has like super strength. He can like lift Anthony Michael Hall up off that hook, or he's like almost indestructible. He like falls out of a building. He gets run over. He gets shot.
His powers were inconsistent.
He penetrates a man. He penetrates a man with his fist.
His yawning thing.
It's so good. It works.
Yeah, what is that? Like it's like a hypnotism thing he does.
So, no, I want to hear, TJ. I want you to walk me through this dumb fucking movie.
No, wait.
What I mean is, I want.
It's such a limited release. How did it come into your life?
Wait,
that's what I want to know. Is like,
I really want to know that, TJ. But I really want to comment. Like the yawning thing is so meta. Because that's exactly what I was doing while I was watching the movie. I was like falling asleep watching this fucking movie. But yeah, TJ.
That's my biggest complaint is that like overall when it comes right down to it, it was just kind of a boring by the numbers buddy cop movie. And like that's what pissed me off the most. Out of everything about it, I was kind of like, you didn't do much with this. Like you should have been
They did the
more,
one scene where
like,
they paid for Lowrider.
Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, TJ, tell us about your history with this a little bit. Enlighten us as to how this came into your life.
Yeah, that was a good question, Joe. TJ, please explain why you did this to us.
No, this is one of those things where
This might be the worst Flyover State of film.
I don't expect anything less from me. They're just gonna keep going. It's like one of those things that you walk through. Literally, like I was saying, you walk through Blockbuster, it catches your eye. I was always a fan of Mac and Me. E.T. is one of my favorite movies. It's always about a buddy and a little freaky guy that team up together. But it's like I always found it just like a simple '90s, actually '80s movie that it's fucking stupid, obviously. But yeah, that's it. I mean,
do you like Turner and Hooch?
I love Turner and Hooch, but I cried during that.
Do you like Splash?
I don't like Splash.
I was trying to think because this doesn't feel much like E.T. though. Like I'm trying to feel like what. What is the like? This is trying to be Lethal Weapon. This movie's trying to be Lethal Weapon only instead of Danny Glover. It's got a fucking.
I'll give it that. It's its own thing.
Can we explain? It's
its own thing. Like they have the weirdness of the puppet, and being Lethal Weapon, and not like when TJ recommended it, I'm like, oh great, it's a worse Mac and Me, and that's fucking bad. And I know he loves Mac and Me.
Can we?
I will give it that. At least it wasn't just an ET ripoff. I'll give him that much.
Can we explain the plan of Gnorm?
Yeah.
He just wanted to get laid.
No, I mean, that's the end goal.
So basically,
explain that plan, TJ.
Yeah, so basically the warriors of the gnome world are the ones who are able to take the lumens up to the upworld, get the sun rays,
like B-movie.
Diamond. And only the women like the warriors. So Norm was like, hey, man, I'm just a tunneler. I want to take this up there. And he wanted to impress Anita, which is her name.
Plot to B-movie.
Yeah. And then he makes a friend up there, and then he goes back down. He probably gets laid.
Why didn't he go up during the day?
Yeah, I hate how we didn't get the follow-up because they clearly did not have the budget to make more of those gnomes.
Well, and this is one of those things where it's like that, especially in the 90s and the 80s, they did this a lot where like a quote-unquote fantasy movie was basically just, we came from a world and we just happened to be plopped down in a backlot in LA and everything looks, like that's what Masters of the Universe is. That's what all like major fantasy in the 80s and 90s was. It's like 2 minutes on their quote unquote home world, and then they get transported to Earth where they walk around Burbank for 45 minutes and then they have a fight and then they go home.
Well, I was surprised to see this wasn't a canon film.
Hell no, they didn't have the money for a puppet that looked like that. Even Stan Winston's shittiest puppets cost too much for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned Masters of the Universe, so
why didn't he go up during the day?
Because he's underneath ground. He doesn't know what time.
He could have gone down and back up again after a while.
I don't know if you guys remember at the very beginning they had that very.
No, I don't. I don't remember.
TJ's so defeated.
No. Wait. But I also remember that the Ma took the lumen from a dangling tree.
Yeah.
So why did he put it on a dangling tree if it wasn't day? Why didn't he just hang on to it when the day came up? Lumen charged.
Tree or something.
Well, lumen. Well, he accidentally took the diamonds by accident and stashed it, thinking that was this whole little mix-up thing. That's why he got the lumen in the first place. That's why the one guy said, "I was looking for his jewels." Obviously, you guys didn't really pay too much attention to the plot.
How did Ma become a cop?
Secret turn as the bad guy. Spoiler alert! Jerry Orbach.
Yeah, what was up with Jerry Orbach being the bad guy?
That was awesome.
It was all the perfect thing
with
the screen.
He was like baby's dad, only even meaner.
I think Jerry Orbach was just bored on set, and he was like, "I'm the fucking bad guy now."
I also love how he
rewrite.
I love how he's just gonna murder Norm with a gun in the office of his own thing and just be like, self-defense. Just be like,
he's like, that's not. I love it. Back through, they're like, "What do we do? Put him in jail?" It's like, that's not a person. I don't give a shit. You don't have to fucking give me rights.
Guys, it is accurate of the LAPD, so especially in 1988. So
there's one scene, this fucking cracked me up. There's a scene where there's a guy sitting at a desk and he's got a gun pulled on Anthony Michael Hall, and Norm's there, and Norm like runs at the guy and jumps up on the desk, and instead of just blowing Norm away, which he would obviously do, he was coming at you, he like reaches around Norm to fire on this to shoot at Anthony Michael Hall. Norm is literally like too close. He has to like go around him and shoot. That was clearly like Norm the puppet was already set up on the desk and they didn't want to move him. They're like, nah, man, you just gonna have to make it work.
I fucking cheered when Jerry shot Norm. That was amazing.
It was so funny. I laughed out loud.
And not only that,
I was mad that he got run over by the truck he just grabbed on. I thought he was gonna get sexually hit by the truck.
Yeah, it's like the scene where Jerry Orbach, you learn that he's shooting the guy from the bottom of the, he's on the other roof. He's shooting the guy off the patio. He's hanging Norm over the edge. And then you just had that slow motion thing of Anthony Michael Hall, Ma, throwing Norm the puppet in the air and slamming it onto the ground. Like, yeah, Norm wouldn't have survived that. He just yanked his arm out of the socket.
Yeah, he was shooting a six-shooter with a short nose. And he was making it all the way to the fucking penthouse. He's like,
he was doing it like sniper like accuracy from a building. Like on top of a building, the wind alone would make that an impossible shot. He's doing like a little stub nose. Yeah,
fuck off.
Just to six, and he's like, damn.
Fuck off.
It makes no sense. is that you said like that throw would do that, but then they show you like them trying to blood test him and it breaks the needle. Like,
oh, you mean that beautiful?
He's made of steel.
He's like a wuss. Sometimes he's weak, but he's also super strong.
Yeah, it's like a
montage.
It's like the perfect little rock montage of him just naked and just like them trying all that shit to him.
The music in this movie was so fucking annoying too. It was like that was like very in your face, like laugh. This is funny.
Yeah,
this montage is funny.
Yeah, it was like, that's another thing. The tone was all over the fucking place because the music is definitely like, hey, this is a wacky comedy. But then it's like this dude's face is getting slammed into the bar. It's like trying to be a gritty cop drama half the time too. Like,
I almost
could I do a
swinging wildly back and forth.
All right, I want to do it. If anyone's still listening, I want to do a double suggestion. If you're going to watch a Gnome named Gnorm, then you need to watch the better film of this, which is Midnight Run.
Oh, well, yeah, that's like a legitimately good movie.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Watch Midnight Run.
Okay, or if you really want to watch a bad version of this, watch Bulletproof with Damon Wayans and Adam Sandler.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bulletproof Monk.
All right, guys.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say, since everyone loved this movie, we had our fun ripping on it.
I almost had an aneurysm during the funeral car.
Oh, jeez!
Oh,
what do you talk about
so
that?
Fucked. I didn't find that funny.
I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
To your funeral procession?
Yeah, they're just like Norm's just defiling that corpse.
No, he went in there and he's like, "What's human in box?" He's like, "Yeah, we do that up here." He's like, "Oh no." It's perfect. It's a perfect fish out of water tale. With that guy.
No, it's not.
That raises the question: what do gnomes do with their corpses? They just chuck them up on the surface world. You just find a gnome corpse in the park.
No,
they
drop him down a cavern. All right,
they fuck him to death.
Oh boy!
Oh,
all right,
dang.
so 1 out of 10 lumens. Brian, where are you going?
Oh God, this is like I would take a lumen and stick it up my own ass before I watch this movie again. I would say I'll give it. I'll give it 2 lumens out of 10.
Whoa,
Joe, what do you got?
Just strictly on the strength of the puppet.
I will share his sentiments, and I will give it. If we're going out of 10, I will give it 2 lumens out of 10.
Joe, have your own thoughts for the millionth time. You said,
all right, find one lumen out of 10 if you really want my own thoughts.
Yeah, Yusuf.
I'll give it no lumens and 1 Mr. Potato Head.
Okay, take that. I'm gonna go.
We didn't talk about. I love Anthony Michael Hall's thing about being undercover. Is like, look, my tie. Would a cop wear this tie? Oh, fucking bulletproof logic, man. You nailed it. Yep. No one will ever suspect you. You're good to go.
Oh, this movie's so bad.
And to understand that, guys, you got to make sure you get on Tubi TV. Shout out Tubi TV for having this. Watch Upworld, aka Gnome named Gnorm.
I watch your shitty fucking ads, but you were free, so I'll give you that.
And I will give it 4.
I'd be PayPaling me right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this 4 lumens out of 10. I know what it is. As much as I love this movie, I exactly know what it is. And with that, our next episode is run by Brian himself. Brian, what's the dealio?
Oh. I actually thought about this last time when I thought it was going to be my turn and I forgot about TJ. I think that was just wishful thinking. I was just like, maybe TJ won't get a turn and I won't have to watch fucking Gnome Day. No, God. And it was basically inspired by how much fun and enjoyable it was to watch a good movie and talk about it, which was Legend of Drunken Master. So I'm going to pick a action movie near and dear to my heart from the 90s. If you're a DVD Bunker listener, you might be familiar with this one. It made it into the top 10. No spoilers. I'm not going to tell you where because you got to go listen. Top 10 action movies in the DVD Bunker. But we are going with the Robert Rodriguez classic Desperado.
Nice.
Ooh.
I am the only one that can talk about that movie now.
Yeah, man. I mean, I might use this as an excuse to revisit the whole Mexico trilogy, but definitely at least watch Desperado before next week, because there's going to be plenty to talk about. This is the movie that brought Selma Hayek into our lives. This is the movie that brought...
it's very good Selma Hayek scenes in Desperado.
Our lives, and Robert Rodriguez. I mean, this is a cornerstone of 90s action, in my opinion. So get ready.
Get ready. Get ready for guitars, unrealistic explosions, and unlimited ammo and awesomeness.
And if also, you want to watch it,
style loosey goosey gunplay.
Yeah.
And if you want to watch it,
bam,
it's on Stars.
Brian, once you tag yourself up, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Hercules. You can find my podcast, The DVD Bunker, where you listen to podcasts, and you can find me here flying over the states of film with these boys.
Oh, that's the name of our podcast.
How about you?
Hey, I just now.
You could find me on the DVD Bunker flying over states of film.
Hey, that's what he said.
You said where you
and Chandango.
Oh, there you go.
You want to follow? Trust me, you want to follow Joe. Those takes are red hot.
Yeah, you follow Joe for just it's like watching a game to waiting to see how long it takes for him to get blocked. So it's fun.
Well, I was so mad. I did a whole thread while I was watching Gnome named Gnorm. You know how that was pissing me off. So I was tweeting a lot, and then I woke up this morning to one tweet by Joe that said a movie named Gnot good, and I was like, God damn it. That's better than my whole shit, man. I'm out of here.
I have my moments.
Good, Yusuf.
WhyILoveMovies.com, reviews every week. I do classics, modern, cult, and new movies at WhyILoveMovies.com. Bye.
All right, guys. I am at TJ Dex on Twitter. You are on Flyover State of Film. We have 2 brackets out. We have the hat bracket and the t-shirt bracket. We are building the ultimate movie outfit, guys. It's dropping every other day to build the ultimate movie outfit. So make sure you check those out. Listen to this episode. Check out DVD Bunker, Zodiac, especially with me. I don't give a shit about these other guys' episodes with them, even though, shout out DVD Bunker. Give that site some love. And thanks for tuning in, guys. And make sure you guys all watch No Name Norm. Bye.
No.